We talk a lot about television ratings here on the channel. A lot about it. I am fascinated with television ratings. I don't care what media critics have to say about a show. I don't care about reviews in the New York Times. Show me the ratings. Television ratings are the only available metric that shows you how a show or a sports league is resonating with the people. The numbers do not lie. No amount of media spin will shift the numbers one way or the other. Now, that doesn't mean the media doesn't try to shift the narrative. When one of their Pound My Brown brothers is struggling to draw an audience, the media formulates all these excuses as to why they are failing. Remember a couple of months ago? You remember that movie Bros that was released a couple of months ago? Well, KC, what is Bros? Yeah, exactly. It was just released in September. 2 months later, most people have either forgotten about it or never heard of it. The movie was 115 minutes of propaganda promoting the LGBT lifestyle. Hollywood thought this was something most Americans were clamoring to see. I mean, what straight dude in America doesn't want to see two other dudes pounding the bongo? When the box office figures were released, Hollywood was given their answer. None. Millions of dollars were spent promoting the film. Billboards all over New York City, relentless promotion in the mainstream media. Shit-fucked celebrities like Seth Rogen, Jennifer Lopez, begging their lonely male followers to give this movie a chance. Please spend your money to watch this Bros Boner Fest. You will not be disappointed. There are plenty of boners in this movie. Yeah. 99% of the country said hard pass. Bros lost $8 million at the box office. The mainstream media, they came up with the usual excuses as to why the film was a huge embarrassing failure. America is homophobic. America's anti-LGBT. Americans need to be cleansed of their inherent hatred. The media also found a way to turn this negative into a positive. According to IndieWire, Bros performed well streaming. This makes sense since most people attracted to this movie are still wearing masks when they check the mail on the first of the month. Bros did not fail because America is homophobic. The movie failed because when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to television and movies, people watch content they can relate to. My girlfriend loves The Real Housewives. Why? She can relate. She loves the fashion. She loves watching the drama unfold. I could not give any less of a fuck. I could not be less interested. Give me Power. Give me BMF, The Challenge. Give me the NBA, the NFL. Which, by the way, she does enjoy watching sports with me, especially the NBA. Sometimes she gets into the game more than I do. Speaking of the NBA, I'm looking at ratings this morning for the past week. Last month, the NBA started the regular season strong. First week of the season, games on ESPN and TNT, they were consistently hitting 2, sometimes 2.5 million viewers. I was hoping the NBA would be able to carry this momentum through the regular season. I was hoping the league was beginning to resonate again with the casual fan. Some in the media, they like to claim the NBA is the most popular league in the country. The NBA has the most followers on social media. Their streaming numbers are amazing! Millions of people watch NBA highlights on YouTube and the TikToker. Yeah. Highlights. You know what that tells me? Your games are not interesting enough. People are not willing to dedicate 2.5, 3 hours to watch 48 minutes of NBA basketball. They would rather consume 60 seconds of highlights and move on. You know what else is popular on social media? The NBA is number 1 in terms of social media followers. Guess what's number 2? WWE. Both WWE and the NBA have struggled to draw an audience on linear television. For some reason, those hundreds of millions of Donnie Dick fucks, they are not transferring to TV where it matters. The NFL is number 6 in popularity on social media, number 1 on TV. When you look at the demographics of NBA fans, you will find a glaring problem staring back at you. One positive in terms of NBA demographics, the league does have the youngest fan base of all sports. That's a good thing. The media likes to claim the NBA also has the most diverse fan base. You know how much the media loves the diversity. Take a look at this graph. See if you recognize the problem. 76% of African Americans are die-hard or casual NBA fans. That's good. That's good. They have 59% of the Hispanic population. Also very good. But when it comes to white people, the NBA, it just doesn't seem to resonate. Damn near 60% of the white population could give a shit less about the NBA. Well, Casey, who cares? The NBA is dominant with minorities. Fuck those white people. Well, I'll tell you who should care. Adam Silver and the NBA. I know Woke U doesn't offer a business program, so shitfucks struggle to understand this concept. But when you're running a business, a sports league like the NBA, you want to appeal to the widest audience possible. At the top of the list of things you don't want to do, you don't want to alienate your largest demographic. White people make up 65-70% of the overall population. The NBA not resonating with them. I wonder why. The media will tell you the NBA is struggling because of streaming. They'll tell you it's cord cutting. They'll tell you it's mythical racism. The media comes up with all these excuses, but they ignore the real problem. The NBA has alienated almost 3/4 of the population. People are going to consume content they can relate to. The majority of white people not relating to the NBA. And it has nothing to do with the demographics of the players on the court. The NBA peaked in popularity in the 90s. Last I checked back then, most of the players were black. The league experienced a resurgence in popularity about 10 years ago. After the decision, LeBron James became the most hated athlete in the country. People tuned in by the millions hoping to see him lose. And that's not a bad thing. It was great. In this industry, it doesn't matter if people love you or hate you. You just want them feeling something, feeling one way or the other. You want them emotionally invested. What you don't want is your casual fan base feeling apoplectic. You don't want them feeling angry to the point they no longer care. Unfortunately, that is where the majority of casual fans are with the NBA. They don't care. And you guys know the reason. We have discussed it for 2 years here on the channel? Labeling your fans with mythical racism definitely didn't help. Kneeling for the national anthem didn't help. But I think some people have moved past that now. Not all, but some. I think the main reason the NBA is struggling today, the players don't care about the regular season. Anytime we talk about the NBA or Major League Baseball struggling in the ratings, I always point to the NFL as proof that you can still succeed on linear television. Every time I do, I receive the same comments and emails. The NFL is an outlier. They are an exception. Everything else on TV is struggling. Football is king, no doubt about it. But the NFL is not invincible. The league has just found a way to resonate with tens of millions of people. We also have another show that proves if you make content people want to watch, millions of people will support it. Have you guys ever heard of Yellowstone? Show airs on Paramount Network. It revolves around the family drama of the Dutton family, owners of the largest cattle ranch in Montana. I've never watched the show. Heard of it, just never watched it. I seem to be in the minority because millions of people seem to love it. Last year, Season 4 of Yellowstone averaged 8 million viewers. Season 5 premiered last week. 16 million viewers. 16 million! On the Paramount Network. I could not tell you where to find the Paramount Network on my satellite package. Yet somehow, a show about cattle ranchers on a minor television network pulled in 16 million viewers? How? Why? That is triple the number SVU drew Thursday night on NBC. I have watched Law & Order SVU for, 15, 20 years. What was their episode about Thursday night? The letter T in LGBT. SVU has done amazing work bringing awareness to victims of sexual assault and everything they go through. But over the last couple of years, the show has become more and more political, and it always seems to favor one side, woke. From everything I have read about it, there are no politics in Yellowstone. The show doesn't beat you over the head with diversity, equity, and inclusion. The Dutton family doesn't consist of father and father raising 3 non-binary cows. The neighboring ranch they compete with doesn't have representation of every letter in the alphabet. The writers, they seem to forget about questioning Quentin. There is no mention of Trey and Dan. When the children in Yellowstone go to school, the teacher doesn't have green hair, teaching them about proper pronouns and his exciting transition from 25-year-old man to 35-year-old birthing person. The students in the classroom don't bring their emotional support goat with them to school. Yellowstone has one purpose: entertainment. It's that simple, and people have responded by the millions. This show is putting up NFL numbers on the Paramount network. Just think about that for a second. The NFL airs mainly on broadcast television. Outside of Monday and Thursday night, every game's on Fox, CBS, NBC. NBA, TNT, ESPN, ABC. Yet a show about cattle ranchers in Montana is drawing 15, 16 times the audience of the NBA? Woke media critics, they can't make sense of this. They can't seem to understand why Yellowstone is so popular and their beloved bros is WNBA dump level failure. It's not hard to understand. People will consume content they can relate to. They are going to consume content that entertains them. What they are not going to consume is agenda-driven bullshit. There are too many options available today for people to tolerate someone like Steve Kerr lecturing them on gun control, someone like LeBron James telling them how racist they are for refusing to support a corrupt organization like BLM. Have you guys noticed we rarely hear anything about BLM nowadays? Have you noticed that? I wonder why. Anyway, let me know what you think. NBA games this week averaged between 1.5 million viewers. Not bad, but not great. Why is the NBA continuing to struggle while something like Yellowstone draws monster ratings? Are people still upset from all the shit 2 years ago in the NBA? Is it because most players don't care about the regular season? You tell me the reason. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys tomorrow.